Hello, welcome to the Opium Pulses podcast, episode 8. And it's the last episode of series 1.
Yeah.
Christmas special.
Yeah, Christmas and that.
Technically, we haven't recorded a podcast for a week after we should have done.
Yeah.
So we're basically a week out.
Yeah, been a bit late.
But I think everyone assumed that it was going to be a little bit late.
Apart from Nicholas. Oh, when's the podcast coming out?
Oh, get it done.
Oh, come on, get it done, because I'm bored. And I need something to listen to.
To be fair, I don't even know who he is anymore.
I don't know what you mean by that.
He never talks anymore. He's in the chat for like 3 hours and then just goes night and he's off.
Yeah. What's happened, Nick?
Soon we won't have any listeners.
Well, if he goes, we're fucked.
Exactly. So we've got a few things to talk about. It is, I'm sad to say, the end of Goat News, this podcast.
Yeah.
It won't be coming back. I just find it way too hard to be inspired by stories. I mean, research. So it's gone. The letters are staying until we lose motivation on those, but we will replace it with other stuff. And Lewis's apparently regular feature, Lewis tells you a story that you don't know the answer to. Apparently that's staying. So
Of course it is.
We'll see what happens
What
with that.
people tune in for.
But LOL8s are making a cheeky little return today.
Just a little one, yeah.
Cheeky little return. Because they were axed in the last episode, if you remember. Axed.
I know we're not in the last episode.
Gone.
He just didn't do it in the last episode.
We spoke about them being removed entirely.
Yeah, we also spoke about Goat News, but that carried on right to the end of this fucking season, didn't it?
I asked you if I could not do it, so I asked you that.
Alright, yeah, let's not bring the tone down.
Yeah, well.
Right, so, what should we do first?
Should we do silly stuff?
Like what?
Or should we do serious stuff?
Let's start with a little bit of stupid.
Right. Shall I do a Slip asks Lewis a question that he don't know the answer to?
Okay, go on then.
Okay. Lewis.
Yeah.
You know bus drivers?
Yeah.
This podcast is so fucking bus heavy, I'm sick of it.
You're doing it too,
I know.
though.
Bus drivers, you know, they got a little button that opens the door.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when the bus driver's finished his shift and he drives back into the depot, who shuts the door when the bus driver gets off?
He does. There's a button on the outside.
Who does it, Lewis?
I've already answered the question.
Right, so, oh, fucking hell.
Oh, that went terribly. I'm really sorry.
You're such a prick. You didn't even try. I've been excited for that for 2 weeks. There is a button.
There's a button.
The outside. That's that over with. What do we do now?
Right, okay. I don't know, I'm stuck now. I thought that would last a bit longer.
Let's do a bit of serious stuff, because I'm not in the mood now. So, some interesting stuff, that usually when we talk about serious stuff, it does seem to be sort of on the side of the people that are regular with our community and that keep up with what's going on and stuff. So this time, it's going to be interesting to most people, I'd imagine. Wouldn't you agree, Lewis?
Kind of, yeah.
We're working on a project at the moment, which by the time this podcast goes out, should be fairly close to being ready to be announced and available for everybody. It's in beta stage at the moment, and we're designing a page on the website where people can play games, browser-based games. And at the moment we've got some of them Steam games, like we've got Surgeon Simulator, the World War I shooter Verdun, Super Meat Boy. We've got like 2D versions of Portal. We've got a Counter-Strike rip-off called, what is it, Critical Strike?
Critical Strike Portable, yeah.
And then we've got some popular mobile games like Doodle God 2 and Extreme Skater and Gravity Guy.
We've tried to put a few multiplayer games in there so you can play with your friends.
Yeah, we got Pool, haven't we? It's like the most popular game on Miniclip, 8-ball pool multiplayer.
Yeah, people, as soon as we told people in chat about that, they were having a whale of a time. I'm not really sure it is a pool game, but if they were liking it, why not?
It's a multiplayer game. Everything's fun when you're playing with a mate, isn't it?
Well, we've got a few more multiplayer games in there now, like the Critical Strike Portable is multiplayer. We've also got a poker game, Bullfrog Poker. I had a little go on that myself. It's not too bad. Yeah. The Verdun is multiplayer as well, isn't it? And also we have requests for Club Penguin, which is also multiplayer. We're taking all requests of what games you would like on there, and we've already fulfilled quite a few requests of what games you'd like to see. So that's any Flash game that you've played in the past. We'll try our absolute best to include it on the website.
Or Unity. We'll accept Unity games as well.
Yeah.
But I think what most people will probably be asking themselves, if they're not that interested, is how is it different to go into Miniclip? And I think what is going to be different about having it on Opium Pulses is that me and Lewis are going to try our hardest to take the best Flash and Unity and browser games from all free game websites, so that all the best, basically the cream of the crop, isn't it?
We're going to sift out the shite.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be no Bejeweled. It's banned.
Yeah, Bejeweled is banned on our website, yeah.
I'd actually like to have a little go on that.
I'll have a little go. Yeah, I'll have a little go on Candy Crush later, I reckon.
Exactly. None of that shite is going on there. It's just going to be basically top-rated games.
Apart from Mini Pets, we have allowed that on there.
Only because it was in the top Miniclip games, basically, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm sure Bejeweled is as well.
Yeah, true, yeah. But these were the ones that we allowed to go through regardless of how good they were ones that were also on iPhone, because they'll be widely known outside of people that just play browser games, you know what I mean? So if they've got it on their iPhone, they'll recognise it here.
If you want to play Bejeweled, then just play it on your phone. Don't come to our website if you want to play Bejeweled. But if you've got a serious suggestion as to what you want to see on here, then feel free to contact us.
But we're called Opium Pulses. We're not having Bejeweled on there.
And if you want to access this, because we're going to allow people that listen to the podcast to access it early, aren't we?
Yes.
So on the banner at the top right-hand corner, it's quite hidden, but you'll see there's some text that says Games. If you click on that, you'd have to enter a password, and the password is OP Regulars, and that's all lowercase, and it will take you straight to the page where you can find all the games that we've made.
If you haven't been there yet, that's www.opiumpulses.co.uk.
Yeah.
And you'll find them all there.
So yeah, that's sort of a sort of closed beta at the moment, but we're allowing people that are part of the community to take part and test it for us, basically. But as soon as we feel like it's up to scratch and it's looking good, we'll announce it on the Steam groups.
And if you're not part of the Steam groups and you've got a suggestion for us, or you've got a problem with one of the games, use the contact us form and just send us an email and we'll look into it straight away.
And feel free to put it on the forum.
Yeah. Some of you might not be aware of our Christmas giveaways, and you should be, because the games that we've got to give away are really probably the best we've ever given away.
There's so many, we haven't got time to list them.
Yeah, we really haven't. I'll name a few of them. We've got Skyrim, which we always wanted to give away. Counter-Strike, Borderlands 2, Max Payne 3, Sleeping Dogs, Torchlight 2, Hitman Absolution, Mafia 2. I'm also going to do another Aliens Colonial Marines giveaway at some point, because I just got a few of those codes through. This is literally the biggest we've ever done, and it's spread across Steam gifts. And if you haven't got $100 worth on your account, you can use our personal giveaways website, which is giveaways.opiumpulses.co.uk. And when each giveaway hits a certain amount of entries, the giveaway ends. So it means that you don't get thousands of entries and basically have no chance of winning.
Ooh, do not slip on that fact. Watch out, there's one just there.
Oh, I slipped on a fact!
Do not sleep on that fact, man.
Slipped on it. I better tell you what it was now.
You might as well, because you've slipped on it now.
The human race has collectively spent over 200,000 years playing Angry Birds.
I thought you were just going to say games! Fucking hell, but it's Angry Birds!
It is roughly the same amount of time that modern humans have existed.
Yeah. Oh, man, just Angry Birds.
Alright?
Fuck. And I can't even say anything because I've contributed to that quite a bit.
I've put about 10 hours on that.
Oh my god. That's crazy. I honestly thought you were going to say on games. Wow.
And one that you were reading earlier that you've ruined is that there is a gene in the human body that's named after Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it's not anymore though.
Oh, what, they renamed it?
Yeah, recently they renamed all the genes that were called something ridiculous.
Oh, what a bunch of knobs.
I know, and they did it for all kinds of stuff as well, like cures for diseases and stuff like that. Used to be normally named after the person that discovered it, but they've even changed all them.
God.
Oh, which I think is out of order, really, isn't it? Yeah, the least they can give them for finding the cure or discovering the disease is to name them after themselves. But yeah, it used to be called Sonic, and it was on Chromosome 7, I think.
Okay, another one is, nobody knows the actual day. I don't believe this, but nobody knows the actual day that Super Mario released in North America on the Nintendo.
How can they not know the day?
I don't know. It's bollocks, isn't it? Someone must know.
So the shop said, when should we release this? I don't know. And then the next day, a couple of weeks later, they went, what's that doing in our shop? I don't know, it just appeared here.
Yeah, we've already sold 44,000 copies.
Really? When did it release? I don't know, it just appeared here. I told you this.
Yeah, someone put it on the shelves. No one knows who.
That makes no sense.
Utter bollocks.
Yeah, I mean, if they are going to claim that as a fact, then they should probably include a little bit more information, because that makes no sense.
Nobody knows. Somebody knows, I'm telling you now.
I'll tell you who knows. The person that set the date.
Idiots. One more is the inflated breast size on Lara Croft was the result of the designer accidentally adjusting the model's chest to 150% its intended size.
Oh, accidentally.
And being persuaded by designers working on the game that the ballooned boobs should stay.
Well, so he accidentally moved his mouse a bit and went, oh fuck, and then went, no.
Think about this, Dave.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Keep it.
Think about what we could do. 150%. I mean,
she always had alright Babylons, didn't she? But then obviously when they extended them, they were fantastic Jobberlubs.
Yeah. And that's why the game sells today.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's the only reason I buy them, because I don't play them, that's for sure. I watch the trailers and I take it off.
In one of them, there isn't even a trailer. Oh no, that's the opening cutscene, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, well that's good. There's no more facts then. And next time, watch out for that fact. I don't want to keep seeing you slipping over, okay? You're going to hurt yourself one day.
Oh, okay. Oh, I slipped on a fact!
Are you in pain?
What was that one I did where you said you liked it more than normal?
I think you said something like, oh, there's a fact. Oh, I slipped on it! Something like that. It was mental. It's like you saw the fact, but then maybe another... I don't know what happened for you to see the fact, but then slip on it anyway.
Yeah. It's silly, really, isn't it?
It's silly.
To watch where I'm going.
You pointed it out. Look, there's a fact, but then you slipped on it.
Yeah.
Silly. I don't know what happened.
It's embarrassing. Have you got any features or anything?
No, it's sort of like, every now and then, we get to a podcast where I do fuck all.
Yeah. Well, when Goat News is finished, I'm not going to have anything that replaces it to that. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, we've got to think, that's why we need a little bit of a break to think of some good features. And I mean good ones. To replace the fucking awful ones we have.
LOL hate!
Do you need to do that again? I was talking.
LOL hate!
You can't do it as I'm talking.
LOL oh,
I liked the second one really much as well.
LOL hate!
I really like it. It's quite gritty.
Yeah. It's like your uncle coming in and doing it for you.
It's like an 80s rock star doing it. I love it.
Tell us your lolate, Lewis.
I reckon you'll share this one with me, and I think probably most people in the world, apart from the people that do it themselves.
A little bit like Duckface, then.
A little bit like Duckface, yeah. My lol hate today is people that quote comedians as if it's their own joke.
That doesn't happen that often anymore.
I still see people doing it every now and then, and well, it's sometimes slightly adapted, as if they can go, no, that's mine, mate. No, that's mine. It's normally Lee Evans, to be honest with you. It's normally a Lee Evans joke.
Well, that's because his stuff can be used in everyday life quite often, can't it? So
yeah,
I suppose.
just don't use it as if it's yours and look around the room with a big grin on your face.
Yeah. And then somebody goes, it's Lee Evans, and they go, oh, is he?
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, don't use a Lee Evans joke, because everybody's seen everything Lee Evans has ever done.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen it. So they know they know that it's his joke. Just stop it. Think your own jokes. Just because you're not funny, don't steal other people's funny. Right. I mean, we say that, and we've come up with goat news.
No, Lewis, don't let them behind the curtain. No one knows about that. Okay? And this is coming from someone who thought the word cray-cray was original.
No, I said, not cray-cray, I just said cray.
Oh yeah, well you're right, Lewis, it is original then.
Thank you.
You're right, you halved it.
Oh, I'd never heard the song.
No, well Paul definitely had, I'm telling you that right now.
Annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
He had you fooled is what he had to do.
Yeah, I was conned. I thought he'd come up with a brilliant sort of shortened word.
Oh, complete bollocks. You wait until he's on this podcast, I'll let you rip him a new one.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Who was it?
I think it was Jessica Black. She's like the female version of
a twat?
Justin Bieber.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like a female version.
Right.
Has all the songs written for her. Really annoying.
Yeah.
Cray.
Totally cray. Oh, I'm doing it now.
Yeah, and you enjoyed it, but then it really
hurt.
Yeah, well you should do.
Okay, well, never mind. That's it. That was my lolly. They sort of drifted down, didn't they? They started to become a little bit... They just started to make me depressed, to be honest. I think the moral of the story is I hate people.
Yeah, but that's what every lol hate really means.
It comes down to that, doesn't it, at the end?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you just need to think, Lewis he just doesn't like people very much.
Oh, shall we do some saggy news?
Yeah, go on then. We got a bit.
It's quite small, so let me just go to where we last were. Can we have the jingle, please?
Saggy news!
Okay. Right, the first one is Cyanide Kool-Aid is a regular member of ours. He's usually on the forums a lot more than anything else. He has done a end of the year roundup, his 5 favourite, are they indie games? Yeah, let's say they're indie games.
Yeah.
And I don't think me or you have got really any experience with any of the games, but I thought I'd just go over it, tell people sort of where they can read about it, and just let people know that it's out there. His reviews are always beautifully written, and the pictures are just amazing. And if we could have him as a paid writer, then we definitely would. His number 5 game of the year is Hammerwatch. I'm not really sure what type of game it is. I think it's like a top-down indie RPG type game. It does look really cool, but I haven't played it. You haven't seen anything about Hammerwatch?
No.
It does look really cool. His second game is Card Hunter, which is, I think, it's a Flash-based card game or board game or something like that. He's done another review of it, standalone review of it on the forum, and he basically won't have a bad word said about it. The third one is Spelunky.
Oh, Splunky. That's what I voted on today.
Spelunky. Looks really, really cool. Apparently it's hard as nails though, and it was a Flash game before this, so we should probably get that on our website at some point.
Flash game.
Flash game of the day.
Splunky!
I mean, every podcast we do now will probably mention the new games that are on the website, won't we?
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can get Splunky on there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then number 2, which is the only one. Well, actually, no, the next one I really want as well. But King Arthur's Gold, which is basically a deathmatch version of Terraria, isn't it? Basically.
I just want that game so much, man.
I'm about to make you jealous.
If I could put it on my wish list more than once, then I would.
Oh, Alf bought it for me the other day.
I don't want to do the podcast anymore. I'm going to go to bed. I can't. Fucked.
I mean,
why is he buying you shit?
In his favour, he said he was going to try and get you one as well.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever, Alf.
he said he was going to try and get you a copy, and I was going to leave it as a surprise, but I can't sit here and talk to you about this game and not tell you I ain't got it.
Just fuck off. Just
I ain't going to play
off and play Arthur's Gold.
I ain't going to play it until you get it. But the reason me and Lewis are most excited about this game is for two reasons, and that's that one, we're huge fans of Terraria, or Terraria, however people say it. And it's also made by the same developers as the people that made Soldat, which was a childhood gem of mine.
It was a combination of two amazing games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's basically Soldat and Terraria, isn't it, put together?
Yeah.
And it just looks incredible, and it's got really good humour.
I can find if I do end up getting that game, people, then if you think I don't talk much in chat now, then you wait till I get that game.
And there really will be a delay in podcast then.
Oh yes, there will.
And then the next game, which I've always wanted, but it never really goes down to a price, which is nice, is a game called Don't Starve, which is basically just a game that just throws you into the wilderness. The game is randomly generated before you play, so it's different for everybody. And you've just got to not die.
Yeah.
It's a really cool concept, and it sounds like loads of games like survival games and stuff like that, but it's not the same. You kind of find resources and food and stuff, and you basically would do exactly what you would do in real life to stay alive. And I think there's a load of kind of sort of like wild creatures out there that are out to get you. And it looks really, really awesome. I'll probably, the moment I get that, it will be something that I'll install and play, because you don't see anybody saying anything bad about it. But his roundup of the year, of the 5 top games, you can find on our forum, which is forum.opiumpodcast.co.uk, and you just go to the PC section, PC gaming. There should be somewhere at the top. It would be nice if people could read it and maybe leave him a comment about what their thoughts are on his article and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what should we do now? We're doing Saggy News still, aren't we? Okay.
yeah, we're still in the middle of a section.
Let's try and blast these out. Planet of the Apes: The Origins is the next sequel to what was it? Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Oh, really? There's no one coming out?
Yep, it's actually a trilogy, so there should be 3 of them. I'm dead excited. I don't think it's going to top Rise of the Planet.
Are you pissed off?
Sorry, why?
You've got that lovely box there, haven't you?
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the last one.
No, I'm alright, I think, because it's sort of the ultimate box set. That is the beginning, isn't it?
Well, you've got all... I mean, I would have been happy with just all the old ones in a box set.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then you can get all the new ones in a box set or something, I don't know.
I'm happy, as long as I get to see this, but I love the Planet of the Apes films, even the old ones.
Yeah.
They were just
I think
amazing.
I watched the one where they go to a different planet when I was very young, and I liked it back then, and I only found out when I got quite old that there was lots of different ones. There was
and a series that we haven't seen yet. Oh well, we'll see. But it is good to know that it's got a name and it's ready, and it's should be out within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay. Another article that I posted the news to was that Game Miner looks like it's going to be shut down.
Why?
Steam have closed all of their automated trading bots, and they've even closed personal accounts to some of the staff at Game Miner.
Oh God, why?
I have no idea, but I'll read you a little bit of the press release they put out. Friends, it somehow happens that after a result of 1.5 years of hard work with almost no days off, could be killed with just one push of a button. It seems that Steam doesn't like when someone provides a great service. Maybe they got jealous, or maybe they don't like the fact that because of Game Miner, a huge amount of people in Russian territories learned about Steam and began to use legal digital game distribution services. At the moment, we have stopped accepting gifts, but if this is a witch hunt, sadly, Game Miner as you know it and love it will cease to exist. And I haven't heard anything since. It looks like that Valve aren't going to give up, and that is the end of Game Miner as that we know it.
What the fuck?
Mental, isn't it?
What's wrong with them?
And, you know, if they're doing that to Game Miner, what's going to happen to sites like Tremor Games and Steam GameSwap, which we are officially partnered with?
Yeah. God. That's fucking terrible. I mean, I don't really understand what their problem is, to be honest. Do you? I mean, at the end of the day, they are getting games from Steam and selling them, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
And
know.
the people that come here looking for 3 games, they find out about Steam.
Yeah, and
these sites are huge in sending people to Steam and forcing, well, not forcing them, but convincing them to use legal distribution rather than pirating games. I think being that aggressive is not good for Valve in any way whatsoever.
Not good for anyone.
It's a real shame, because although Game Miner was probably not the most clean cut out of all of the websites that are similar to it, they did do what they said. They gave games away, they allowed people to do giveaways, and you know, it's a shame. And if Steam are just literally attacking them like that without even communicating with them, it makes you wonder what they're going to do with other sites that everyone else loves.
Yeah.
It's worrying. Anyway.
It makes me worry about Steam's future, to be honest.
Yeah, and the people that support Steam.
Yeah.
One announcement that happened a couple of days after that from Saggy was that there's a new mod out for Doom that allows you to play as the Resident Evil characters, and you can run around and do assassinations and everything.
Oh, right, okay.
Really odd. It plays like a completely different game.
Oh, it's cool.
And my question was going to be that, are you surprised that people are still making mods for Doom?
No.
No, neither am I.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised there isn't more.
There are millions.
But there should be more. There should always be more. And they'll never stop being made.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it really is.
But games like that, the older games are much more likely to obviously have mods be made for them because it's a lot easier to make a mod for an older game like that.
Yeah, and it's more impressive when you do something just crazy and
I know, something
different
so
game.
unusual, and I encourage it to keep on going, please, and keep on making Portal mods, please, people.
Yeah, do not stop doing that.
Yeah,
and Postal mods, please.
Postal mods, yeah, keep on doing Postal mods. And if you want to do some Team Fortress ones, do, but I'm not going to play them.
Yeah, you can waste your time, but don't waste too much, because I won't be there. Anyway, that is, what is it, Lewis?
Sucking news!
Yeah, I think you're going to get sued. It's not good, is it?
I can't get sued for using a voice.
Okay, right. Can I do a slip? Ask Lewis a question they don't know the answer to.
Another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright then.
Have you got one?
Let's hope it's not as disastrous.
Shut up. Not putting it in, so they're not going to hear this reference.
You've got to put it in.
Have you got a... Right. Is Jesus a zombie?
Well, because he came back.
Is he the first zombie?
Because he came back.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how you define zombie, doesn't it?
Is he a zombie?
It does depend how you define zombie.
Zombie is someone that comes back to life from the dead.
Right, well then you could say anybody that's been resuscitated is a zombie.
No, because they're still there. Sort of.
I don't understand your point.
Are all people that have been resuscitated?
No.
My original question was Jesus the first zombie?
Right. But again, I'll go back to my point, and it depends how you define zombie.
Somebody that comes back from the dead.
Yeah, well, if you define it that way, then yes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, no. No,
what?
He probably wasn't, no.
I don't think anybody was resuscitating anybody before Jesus came back to life.
I don't think anybody resuscitated Jesus. That's my point.
No, he wasn't resuscitated. He just came back, didn't he?
Well,
he moved the rock and he weren't there. He'd gone to Aldi or something.
Aldi? I need some biscuits. I mean, after being in that cave for a bit, I imagine he needs to go to Aldi.
So, conclusion, Jesus, ipso facto, zombie.
Yeah.
Alright, so you do know the answer to that, that's good.
Yeah. Not really, but okay.
And if you were driving, you hit Jesus, would you ask him for his insurance details?
Yes, he would actually.
Shut the fuck up. Right, what's next?
My ones were good questions. Yours are shit.
You're fucking ridiculous.
You don't know how to do this section.
Right, well that's it, I'm out. I tried my fucking best.
No, it's good. You just need to...
Oh, of course it was.
Just need
now
to
he's
work
back.
on it. You need to work on it a bit. You need to find a question that is actually debatable. And that don't...
No, yeah, but your horse one was not debatable. You were just relentless.
No, it was debatable.
Fucking hell.
What, do you still know what you would do if you hit a horse?
It depends if there was a rider or not, Lewis.
Right, if there was a rider on it, what would you do?
I would say, what do we do?
So you don't know! So you don't
I don't know what we would do, but I know what I would do, and that would be to say to the rider, where do we go from here?
I know, that's the point. Do you ask for his insurance details? And what if he said, I don't know? What do you do then?
Could be a she on the horse, by the way.
It normally is, to be honest.
Yeah. I would say, do you need legal documentation to be on the road with the horse? And if they said, yeah, we do, I'd say, well, we'll probably have to bring up my insurance company and get this sorted out then.
What if you said no?
Then I'd go, get the fuck off the road. Okay, right, I've got a question, right? I was driving along when I was going to my mother's house for Christmas.
Your mother's?
Which just so happens to be yours.
That's my mother, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mental. And I saw this sign that said, God became man through Jesus.
I've seen that sign.
Right. What?
I saw it, and because I went past quite fast, and I wasn't quite sure if I read it right.
Yeah, me too, but I definitely did.
So say it again.
God became man through Jesus.
But God made Jesus.
But I think it means that his message was passed via man through Jesus. I think. I don't know.
God made man?
No. God became man.
God became man.
Through Jesus.
No, I don't get it.
So his message was humanized through Jesus. I imagine that's what it means.
Okay. But
that makes sense.
The problem is with that, is what are we meant to do with that information?
Fuck all, Lewis. Fuck all. And I'll tell you what pissed me off is that those signs are to make non-Christians think about a Christian life. And to rationalise the way that the world works and go, actually, I think I'm starting to believe this now. But I read that sign and went, what the pissing hell are you talking about? Maybe that's that way of bringing you in. You come in and you go, what's that sign mean out there? And they go, wow, come on.
Sit down, let me grab this book.
Yeah.
Are them signs always to convert people?
Well, I cannot understand what else they're there for.
Well, what about the ones that say God hates gays?
That's just hate mail.
Hate mail?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I don't really understand why people do that as well. Is it because they're trying to make it illegal?
I think those signs are to make gays go, oh, really? Bloody hell, I better start shagging with.
Yeah. I better stop sucking cock.
Yeah, because I was only messing around when I did that.
Yeah, I was just giving it a go, but now I know it's a sin, I better stop.
They seem to think that even non-religious people are God-fearing. We're not. I don't believe in it. I'm not afraid of ghosts because I don't believe in them.
Yeah, I don't know how they feel like they're gonna convert someone that just doesn't believe in God
through fear.
Through fear, and by saying how amazing God is.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, no, because if you don't believe in God, no matter how amazing you say he is, it's just not going to do anything.
It's like, this is the way that I sum it up. If you're a 6-year-old and your parents go, oh, you better be good because Santa's watching you, you go, oh shit, is he? I better start acting up. But when you're 9 and people tell you in school that Santa doesn't exist and your mum says that to you, you don't go, oh shit, is he? You go, well, he don't exist, mum.
Yeah, so I don't care what you say about Santa, I'll be a prick all my life. Because now I know I have no reason to be good.
That is what I see those signs as.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how they think that they work. I don't know what they think they're going to be doing with that, but I suppose that maybe they can't see past the fact, the idea that you don't believe in God.
Or that you at least don't fear him anyway.
Yeah.
They probably imagine that you don't believe in God, but there's got to be fear in you because you don't know.
I don't like the phrase God-fearing.
That's what Christians are, aren't they?
No, I know, but I don't like, because they will say I'm a God-fearing person, but I don't feel like you should use that phrase to say that you fear God.
You should definitely fear God if you believe in him.
But he's meant to be, God. He's meant to love you and be at your best interest. What?
Yeah, but if you ruin his plan, he'll wipe you out without a blink.
And your pets.
Yeah, especially if you're gay. So you better fear him. I agree with you that if you're a Christian, living in fear of someone that's supposed to love you doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Well, he's the fact that he's meant to love you, isn't it?
And that makes it sound like that you're being a good person because you're scared.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel sorry for him in a way, that they have to live their life in fear.
Yeah, of someone that they supposedly love. It's like being in an abusive relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like God has always got the back of his hand raised.
Yeah. He's going, you fucking try it.
You fucking what?
Yeah. Go on. Do
it.
Piss
on that hedgehog again.
Yeah. Go on.
Go on.
Go on, do it. I'll fucking hit you.
I'll smack you up.
I will cause
really,
a tornado in Africa.
No.
Right, tsunami!
Oh.
Do
you want to do it again? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, no.
You genuinely happy with that?
It's the last one. I've got to give it a good one.
Oh, it is actually, isn't it? Yeah.
You haven't got anything, have you? You're trying to think about it now.
It starts off. There was, Colin McRae. I think he's dead now, but he was a famous
rally.
That's it. Colin McRae rally racing.
Right.
I think he's dead now. I think he died in a car crash. But there was these tournaments that went round that were sponsored in his name, where it was just ordinary people. Well, not ordinary people, but people that wanted to compete and become champions in that field. But they weren't with Colin McRae or any other, hugely professional drivers. And they always took one standard person from each village that it went to drive with the other drivers.
Right.
And a load of people signed up, and it was in Brooklyn, in America. And it was in a sort of foresty area. They started off on their race. And at the last minute, because they weren't going to get anybody from the local village, because no one wanted to do it, but at the last minute, somebody put their name down. They were like, oh, this person wants to do it. And they were like, okay, he can join in the race. And came third in that race, and it went to the next place, which I think was...
So wait, this person was driving?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't know if there was a passenger.
And then the next one went to Houston. And same thing happened again. No one signed up, which is pretty usual actually, because it's quite risky. You're risking your life basically. So unless you're a good driver, a good rally driver, then people don't sign up. So the same thing happened again. Last minute, they signed up and they did the race. It doesn't have much of an audience, but the results get posted into newspapers and articles online and stuff. And this time, this person came second, which was a bit surprising, as people were like, this is basically an average person coming second against a bunch of semi-pros. And it hit the newspapers a bit harder than usual, and it said, civilian from the local village comes second.
Right.
And so the bookies started getting a little bit more interested. They usually aren't interested in these events, but they were this time. And they started putting bets down, and people were saying, well, will the local beat anybody? So they started saying, would he come 8th? Would he come 9th? This event happened, and he came first. Okay?
Yep.
So the bookies got extremely interested. Right. This time they weren't putting money down on him coming 8th or 9th. They were saying, will the underdog win? Okay? Right.
Underdog.
The underdog, yeah. Underdog. Yeah. So you know what an underdog is, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this time it went to China. I don't know the town now. Did read it, but I can't remember what the town was. It was one of the big ones anyway, one of the big places in China. And it was street racing this time. And there was a lot of people taking pictures of this car, and which was the newcomer's car. This time he was there before all the semi-pros actually. And they had this person sort of like leaning over, but with like a sort of a cloak over him, like a black cloak. There was loads of people hiding him. And no one had actually, because it's become a lot more popular now, it was all in the press, people actually wanted to see all the drivers. And they couldn't see this one.
You're talking fucking shit. You know that, don't you? You're a cunt. You're a complete prick.
What the hell?
I can't be fucked with this fucking podcast. There's not a goat driving a car! For fuck's sake!
So, people are like, people are like, why can't we see the driver? And they'll be like, he's local. He doesn't want to be sucked up in the fame and all that. So they get him into the car. The windows are obviously all blacked out, and the race starts. Everyone's getting pretty excited. The press are there, BBC News, Sky News. They're all there filming the event. And third corner comes along, and the car crashes. And crashes with a couple of other people as well, and the paramedics are there, and the fire brigade and stuff. And they're trying to get all the people out. And they get the two semi-pros out. They're completely fine. They wave to the crowd. They're like, yeah, we're good. And they move over to the third car, which just so happens to be the local inhabitant. And
take him out, give him CPR.
And he's dead, Lewis.
Oh, shit. All right. So everybody saw him then, did they?
Yep.
Goat, is it?
And what happens is they drag him out of the car, and they start doing all the medical procedures. And a goat runs past, picks him up, and drags him into the hills.
You're a fucking cunt. You just didn't want the story to be that you figured out that I had figured it out, and you were pissed off. So you decided to change the story last minute, didn't you? I'd say, imagine a goat running past and just grabbing him by his collar and taking him into the woods.
They never found him again. I'll tell you why they never found him, because no one knew what he looked like.
Yeah, he was covered in a sheet. That was his own fault. So why do you think the goat wanted him?
Hungry.
Oh, he ate him. Fucking hell.
It was in the Chinese hills, so
yeah, that happens in the Chinese hills. I've heard.
Not much food to go about, so
don't go to the Chinese hills.
Yeah, you'll never come back.
What? I'm glad that's finished. You run out of steam.
You're just annoyed that you didn't guess it.
Oh yeah, imagine if I did. Imagine that. Oh, a goat's gonna run past and grab him and run off, isn't he?
Warren, you best not tell me that a goat runs past and grabs him, because I'm gonna be pissed.
If I did say that, you'd say no, it's the driver.
So I'm hoping people liked that. That was the finale. Obviously, it's probably one of the most surprising, isn't it? I mean, that nothing that surprising has happened since fucking Barnaby.
Yeah, since Shrek.
Yeah, all right. Didn't need to bring that up. Did you? So, let's hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's that? Is that a fact? Oh, slipped on it.
If you see a fact, avoid it.
Slipped on it too late.
Alright, we'll give it here then.
To create the gruesome necromorph monsters in Dead Space, the developers at EA, they studied photos of car wreck victims.
Oh.
Car wreck victims.
Yeah, why? Why? You don't need that. I haven't even seen these. What are they?
The monsters in Dead Space.
Yeah, I haven't
like aliens. I haven't really seen them either, to be honest. I haven't played the game.
Oh, God. Okay.
A little small one here. Mega Man is only blue because, due to limitations of the Nintendo Entertainment System, there was a much better selection of blue shades than any other of the 54 colours. So they could shade him a lot better in blue than they could any other colour.
It seems a lot of games back then were completely restricted to their limitations, weren't they?
Yeah. And that's how they turned out how they are, because there was nothing else they could do.
Yeah. So if they had anything they wanted, to this day, Mega Man could be red.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Could be, but because they went, well, we've got loads of blue. How many reds you got? 3? Well, that's not enough. What would you use the blue then? Well, he's a red man.
I mean, the most other than blue was probably green, and that was 5. Blue itself has 9.
Yeah.
If you had cheated while you were playing the Sega 32X version of Doom, after the game ends, you're taken to a fake DOS prompt that you can't actually quit out of it unless you unless you reset the console. If you didn't cheat, you got an extra cutscene.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That is how it should be. I don't like now that almost cheating is sometimes part of games. It's just there, just ready for you to do it.
Yeah.
It's in the menu. You can just go, I'll cheat now, I think.
I don't really understand why developers back then punished people for cheating in such harsh ways, though, because they implement them into the game code.
I think they're saying you've had fantastic fun, but now you've got to pay for it.
Taking away the cutscene, though. And giving them a DOS error screen.
No, but I think that someone should be deprived of their final cutscene if they didn't do it legitimately.
Yeah, but give us the credits and then end the game, but don't give us an error screen and have to turn our console off.
That's what you get for being a cunt.
It's cheating!
Yeah, it's cheating, yeah.
Another one. If you played a pirated copy of Earthbound, it causes far more enemies to appear than usual, and will freeze your game during the final battle and delete all your saves.
How did they do that?
Apparently they could tell if it was a bootleg cartridge.
Shit. Why didn't all games do that?
I don't know, it's a great idea.
Yeah. Make it so that it works, so that you put loads of work into it.
Yeah.
And then fucks you over at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
This is one I didn't know about. And that is that in Half-Life, there is a secret room where the floor, walls and ceiling are all covered with tiled pictures of Gabe Newell's face.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's a freak.
He is a freak, isn't he?
What's he doing?
I quite like games, though, that have a little Easter egg like that, though.
Yeah, but that's not an Easter egg. That's just walking into a room full of a fat guy's face.
Yeah, and he is a fat guy.
He's huge.
Not attractive.
Not at all, is he, really?
Oh, he's a very ugly man.
Human goblin.
Yeah, he does look like a goblin, yeah. He looks like something not from this world.
When Kirby's character design was being developed for Kirby's Dream Land, he was going to be either pink or yellow. Eventually, Nintendo decided on pink. This seems trivial, however, as Nintendo of America mistakenly made the box art with a white Kirby based on the game's grey-scale visuals. So even though he was either going to be pink or yellow and ended up being pink, on the box art they made him white.
Yeah. No, that's a bit of a shit, isn't it?
Because the game is in black and white, you can't tell the colour of Kirby anyway, so they just went, on the front cover, make him white.
Yeah.
But he's never been white, has he? He's always been pink.
Oh, yeah, of course. Imagine seeing that. Right, here's the box. Well, what's that? Kirby. No, it ain't. Kirby's pink, you prick. Well, he's white in the game.
Did you
black and white, you cunt!
Did you ever, when you played Game Boy in your bed, fall asleep to the music on it and not care if your batteries would run out?
I don't know if I didn't care that the batteries ran out, but I did fall asleep with the music on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was probably annoyed when I woke up and couldn't play my Game Boy in the morning.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
What?
Well, I just remember falling asleep to Pokemon music a couple of times and thinking, you know what, the batteries may run out, but it's going to put me to sleep faster.
Okay then.
What's the matter?
Well, I didn't know your question really was, have you ever intentionally left Pokemon noises on during the night to help you sleep?
Any Game Boy music, really. Last one! Original documents for Super Mario Bros. Show that Mario at one point was going to have a jetpack-styled rocket and wield a machine gun.
Well, I'm glad that didn't happen. Don't know if it would have been quite as successful as it.
Actually, it says machine gun or beam rifle. Beam gun.
Oh, beam rifle, yeah. But instead they made him throw a little blob.
Yeah.
What is he throwing?
I don't know, but it always bounces and always misses everything.
Yeah, mainly the flowers. I find it always misses the flowers.
We better get my letter out of the way. I'm getting sick of this.
Okay. Letter time with Warren.
Dear Amazon and Google.
Fucking two at once!
Yeah. My name is Slip and Slide and I co-own Opium Pulses.
Right.
I'm starting to see your names everywhere now, and I'm starting to feel like the only two companies in the world are Amazon and Google.
Right, okay.
I don't want this, and I feel like maybe you should rename Google Kindle to OP Kindle, or Amazon Maps to Opium Maps, or maybe Android to Pulsoid. Anyway.
What phone you got? I've got a Pulsoid. That's alright.
Sounds great.
It's going to stick on Amazon Maps.
Opium Maps.
Opium Maps, sorry.
It's called Amazon Maps now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah, but you want it to be Opium Maps, but at the moment it's called Amazon Maps.
Yeah, and I want Google Kindle to be called OP Kindle.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, you get the idea. If you'd not like to do this, please can we have some video games for free to give away, and we will personally track down all the people in the world who don't know about Amazon and Google and tell them how to spell it.
Right, okay. As long as they know how to spell Google and Amazon, yeah.
This is publicising them.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, if you don't have any games, would you mind making them and sending them to me house? That way, I don't have to drive to your HQ in Niagara Falls.
I didn't know that. That should have been a slip fact.
Oh, shit. Oh, look at that. I just saw your name on the TV. How unusual.
I thought you were going to slip on a fact.
Why are you ignoring me? Text back.
Right.
Bogies and Spanners, Mandy.
Mandy! Who the fuck is Mandy?
It's my alter ego.
Yeah, and she's fucking angry. Oh, God. I didn't know you were texting them.
Oh, fucking hell.
That is rude. They should be texting back.
They should be. They didn't answer one of them questions.
They were all separate texts.
Oh, I posted the letter and I sat looking at my phone for an hour.
Oh, fucking hell, that letter's giving me a right headache.
Now, you can't pick it at this time because I asked for a game. So.
Yeah, you did. You did ask for games, and you even asked them to text you back. So, hopefully we'll get a reply soon. I think we'll continue with that in Series 2.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. That was Episode 8 of the Opium Pulses podcast, and was the finale of Series 1. Goodbye.
I was going to do a song for the end of Series 1.
Was you?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
Opium Pulses Series 1 is coming to an end.
No, it's
an end.
Right.
Opium Pulses is coming to an end. Coming to an end, going on to Series 2. And that's it, that's my song.
That's fucking shit. But if they're all sort of similar prices, you're going to go for the best game.
Yeah. That's what I did on this one. I thought Spunky looked like the best game out of all of them.
Yeah.
And it has a fucking fantastic name.
It's so close to Spunk.
Yeah. Splunky. Oh shit, I haven't stopped recording.
Oh, for